Hello. Today we are making a new holder. For the first time I have tried it on a basket with zigzag pattern. The completed article looks like this. And as you see, from the first time the holder looks okay. I mean that the pattern is rather simple, but the holder is strong enough, and it seems to be even stronger than the ones we used to weave earlier. I recommend you this type of a holder. I have taken the idea from Nelly Muratova from Kaliningrad, either on the sideline of masters or classmates, I don't remember exactly. But anyway, she is a mature and very interesting master. So let's learn from her today. I have tried this holder on small articles. In this case I have made it without any fastening, without a wire, based on the tubes only. Here as well. There were some caskets I had to make leads for, so I've decided to train on them. But we are going to learn on a big basket. I'd like to present it rather like a strong holder for big baskets. I would like to show you the form I like very much, on which I am weaving the third basket already. I have bought this basket especially to use as a form. I'm keeping tubes in it, that's why it is rather heavy and suits as a form okay. So weaving round it, you can get a rather spacious basket. I plan to use this one for going shopping and carrying the things I buy, as well as to present my friends with. So what I'd like to say first of all. When I started edging the article, I inserted additional tubes where there will be a holder, and was making the edging on these additional tubes. As for the ones that used to be the tubes of the base, I have left them to make a holder stronger. But because the basket is rather big and is meant for carrying heavy things, I've decided to make the holder stronger with the help of a wire. Here is my wire. I've been using it already and I have shown it to you before. For rigidness of the holders, I insert the wire into the tubes. This way I prepare 4 workpieces like this. To avoid embracing the edging, I insert the tubes in the following way. This will be one part of the holder. And here there will be the second part. Pull and shape from one side, and do all the same things for the second side. The next point is what I do to make the holder smooth and even. I make such stripes of painter's tape, and recently, before starting to wind, I shape the holders at first like this. Together with the wire, you can cut the excessive later, in order to make wrapping convenient. Afterwards you will face no troubles while weaving. If I see that some places are too thick, I cut the tubes gradually, but in this case I don't have this problem. So I have prepared one part of the holder this way, In the same way I fix the second part with painter's tape at the same level. So the first stage of making this type of a holder. We wind it with the eighths we are familiar with. As you see, I hide the tip inside the weaving, not to let it stick out from anywhere. And start wrapping around with regular eighths. Lengthen the tube. At this stage you don't have to worry too much that there can be a stitch or a joint seen anywhere. These eighths will be fully covered afterwards anyway. This holder comes out strong because you weave it in several stages, though it is rather laborious. But as a result you get a strong and beautiful holder. Regular eighths, and this way up to the end of the holder. It would be good to moisten the tubes, of course, but when weaving with wet tubes I was having troubles with lengthening. That is why this time I've decided to do without moistening. Every time I choose for myself either to moisten the tubes or not to. I don't glue the tubes in this case, because I'm going to fix them over with much additional weaving anyway, plus final processing, so it is going to hold well. So finish this way up to the end. So we have finished wrapping with eighths. The first stage is finished. The next stage is wrapping around, but with joining the tube and wrapping around this way. We place one coil over and another one beneath the tube. I have tried to fix the tube in my previous works. This time I've decided not to. One coil over and another one beneath. And this way we wrap around the whole holder. One coil above and the second one beneath. And this way up to the end. So I was weaving in this direction, finished here. I'd like to show you the way I finish wrapping. I piece a knitting needle through 3 or 4 rows to be sure that the holder comes out strong. So these 3-4 layers hold the holder, and after I prime the holder with cool glue and varnish, I will just cut the remainder and be sure it holds well. So the second stage is finished. The third stage is embroidering. I take the tube of a contrast color. Actually, this pattern looks nice both on the tubes of contrast colors, like here, and on the tubes of the same color, like on our first basket. So, our task is to insert the tube inside and fix it. You can lead it out and cut it afterwards to make it convenient. So soften the tube, and now this way we embroider. Where the tube goes above, I insert a knitting needle like this, and pull the tube through, making a stitch. Got it. Again, there is a tube above. So I insert a knitting needle under the cross of 2 tubes and pull through once again. This pattern combines 2 pleasures, weaving and embroidering. And this way continue up to the end. Here it is better, of course, to make sure that the places of lengthening are hidden under the weaving. But it is not that hard. So we are getting the embroidery like this. You can as well make it more convenient this way. When you see that the tip left is very short and you cannot make the next coil with it, and the joint is going to be seen above, I cut, insert a new tube, hold it with my fingers, and continue embroidering with a new tube. It is important not to let it slide away by holding it with your fingers. So this way we have hidden the joint and made it unnoticeable. I have finished embroidering. Now fix the yellow tube in the same way as we have done with the blue one. Insert it behind a few rows, cut, afterwards we will prime and hide it, cut here the remainder as well. That is all. The holder is ready. It is strong. After we prime and varnish it, it will become strong like a stone. I strongly recommend this holder to you. Thanks to Nelly for her idea. As you see, holders can be of different shapes, and this one looks noble and beautiful. This one was meant to be patriotic. This topic is very urgent nowadays. Ukraine is inside of the soul, of course, not in the baskets, but I'd like you to know that there are people like us who speak Russian, but feel for Ukraine and its destiny, and who'd like to live in peace, to create and to please people with our creativity instead of fighting.
Хотим жить в мире, в согласии, в дружбе, творить и радовать своим творчеством людей. Не воевать, ни в коем случае. Всем удачи.
So good luck to all of you. See you.